At this moment, I feel a little bit of nervousness just because it is something that I've never done, but I'm super excited to take on this new challenge.
I'm Eliza, I'm here walking with the AC Space for the dapperQ Runway show, and today is my first time modeling. When I was a kid, the way that I thought about models was they were always really tall, really skinny, really white, and really pretty. So to be able to be a part of this show is like so monumental, and even seeing the show as it's grown over the last 5 years, actually seeing myself represented in the people and having them be like some standard of beauty is an incredibly like impactful thing, and to be a part of it is even crazier.
My name is Gio, and today is my first time modeling. Fashion was something that was always extremely important to me. I always wanted to look good and wear things that popped and I thought were cool.
My name is Emily. I'm walking for the Fluid Project today, which is the first gender-free clothing store in the world, and it's also my first time modeling. I think I grew up with a typical perception of modeling and what models look like, so a show like this is really awesome to be a part of. I love that it's diverse, they're all different body sizes. I've always been super skinny, but I also had a back brace for 3 or 4 years in high school, so like I was used to wearing baggy clothing.
When I was a little kid, I used to hang out in my parents' bedroom and like pretend that the edge of the bed was a runway, and that was something that like was always really fun, but I never thought I'd grow up to do it. And so to be here today like is so surreal. But the reason that I want to do it now is because I think there's such a power in having representation on the runway and having that be like a beauty standard.
Sitting in a chair, getting makeup done, it was pretty cool, but it was definitely an interesting experience for me because I've never worn makeup. So to feel like the makeup actually on my face and that whole process was kind of exhilarating though, because it put me in a different light with myself.
I went to the dapperQ show a couple of years ago, and then I saw that they were putting out a call for people to submit themselves as models. A friend just sort of convinced me to let them put in a photo, and it worked out. I got picked up.
Hi, happy Fashion Week. My name is Colette. We're going to be walking you through this day, and we're here to help you with whatever you need. For those of you that this is your first year, welcome to the family, the dapperQ family.
I ended up here today because I was photographing the clothing for the AC Space for their launch, and I had mentioned that I like had always thought about being a model when I was a kid and like joking around, and then Angie was like, actually you'd be great, would you like to participate? And I was super game.
I think it's important for people to see people who look like them, especially in fashion, because you can see somebody in a shirt you might like, but if they don't look like you, maybe you can't really visually see how it would fit on you or how you would look in it.
I definitely have very bad stage fright, so this is kind of like a bucket list and forcing myself to do something I'm uncomfortable with. So I'm looking forward to the challenge of that.
I am really nervous. Really excited. I think once you get in there and like just seeing everyone, how open they are, they've all been giving me tips and stuff. And it's just, I feel like we're just hanging out with our friends and also happen to be wearing really nice clothes and going down a runway with like loud music. And I'm really excited, yeah. One thing that I've learned is instead of just turning around, turning your back to the crowd, is you should take 2 steps back because it makes you look like more of a boss. So I'm really excited about that. Another thing was just like one of the runway coaches was telling us that it's just about being confident. It's not necessarily about putting on this air of something that doesn't feel right to you, and I think that's what's so cool about this show.
Everyone's just saying, be confident, be yourself, walk slowly, and if you think you're walking too fast to the music, walk half as fast. So lots of awesome tips from some of the pros. If you told me a year ago I'd be walking in a fashion show, I probably would have laughed because it wasn't something I ever even thought about.
The runway training really helped. I'm very type A and over prepare when I'm nervous, so I've definitely been watching YouTube videos on how to walk. So I was practicing like everything that the videos told me, and having them also tell me where to stop and where to look definitely helped. So I'm hoping I'm over prepared and ready.
It feels surreal. It feels like someone needs to pinch me. There's no way that I'm possibly here, but it also is like very humbling experience. And New York Fashion Week, I think there's all this, especially right now with social media and everything, there's all the hype and like who's invited to what. And I think that something like this is so grounded in community and so grounded in love and support. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Walking in New York Fashion Week is amazing. It's something I never thought I would be doing, so to have this like on my personal resume is something I can check off. At this moment, I feel a little bit of nervousness just because it is something that I've never done, but I'm super excited to take on this new challenge.
I don't follow fashion at all. My normal look is like solid colors and comfortable. I ended up in this kind of sweatsuit thing today, and my hair's never been like this. It's just really cool.
I've been talking to people. It's really nice and like easy when you're all kind of going through the same things, and it's a nice line to get in there when I'm like, I've never done this before, so what are some tips that you have? And that's been like the best way to make friends.
I was thinking this experience would be much more of a madhouse than it is, but it definitely has been the total opposite of both of those things. It's been very controlled and run really well and welcoming.
This is both kind of on my bucket list and something I'm terrified of doing, and I feel like go big or go home. I'm probably going to black out while I'm walking, but I think it'll be fun.
I'm pretty nervous. I'm a very confident person, and normally I like doing a lot of new experiences, but I think with this, there's so many eyes and also so many other people that are like beautiful and super experienced. So very nervous, but also, again, representation for the community. That's what it's about, and it's not about necessarily my nerves in this experience.
Definitely still nervous, less so probably than I was yesterday. Talking to all the designers, they really put you at ease. There's people here that have done the show before, and they have a lot of great advice. But I still really have stage fright, and I definitely still took a Pepto-Bismol before the show.
Hello everyone, how are we doing tonight?
Right before I got on, when we were a little further back in line, I felt really calm and ready, and as soon as I was maybe third or second to go, I got full panic and I couldn't feel my hands. And then, yeah, as soon as I got on, I just kind of pretended like I was someone else, and it was really fun. And yeah, it was a great rush. The most surreal part was just the whole idea of walking on a runway, I guess. That's just so not a position that you're ever in. I've never been in a situation before where, 1,000 people are just gonna all be staring at you, and a lot of them will be taking pictures. I'm in no way prepared for that. I was trying to remember all the things that I'd practiced before, but I think half of those kind of go right out the window as soon as all the lights are on you, but I just focused on my feet and looking straight forward. And yeah, and I knew I had a few friends in the crowd, so I kind of just tried to listen for them there.
Right before the runway, I was panicking. I could feel my heart being out of my chest, but as soon as you round that corner, I felt fulfilled, and I was like, we're here, we're doing this. So I just walked. I felt really empowered, having seen everyone else that came before me and everybody that I knew would come after me. I saw my friends in the crowd, so that was really nice. And then standing at the end of the runway, feeling super powerful. It was really incredible. I used all of the tips and tricks that I learned from the experienced models. The staring straight into the camera at the end of the runway, walking slowly, and overall just treating it like you're just walking in your bedroom. And then stepping off. As I rounded that corner, there was a moment of and we're back.
The second before I walked out, I had the most, I don't know, it was just the craziest jitters ever. And then as I was walking, I just felt exhilarated and so pumped up. I used some of the tips and tricks, but I mostly was just myself. And I think that was the best thing I could have done. Over the years, I definitely have noticed that there's a lot more people of color in fashion, a lot more people plus size in fashion, and then people who are a little bit more gender fluid. And I think that that is something that's amazing, and it's great for brands to be doing that and branching out. I think I got a lot of applause because I was super confident and the coat is pretty dope. I would wear this coat in real life 100%. I learned that I was a natural and that it was something that was pretty comfortable for me. I just finished walking in my first fashion show and I am feeling amazing.
The best part of the experience was definitely the other people that were involved in the show. Even after I went and walked on the runway, I kind of scooted around and watched everyone else walk, and all the models cheered everyone else and got really into it, and it was just a really supportive, awesome atmosphere.
It was fulfilling. It was so incredible to see everybody walking, all kinds of different shapes, bodies, sizes, queerness, just all around. Everyone was super uplifting and super open and super excited. It was a really, really good, affirming experience, especially connected to fashion.
I would definitely try modeling again. I definitely loved walking in New York Fashion Week for the designer that I walked for, and this whole atmosphere was amazing.
I would definitely do it again. I think I would only do the kind of show that this is, though, just because of the people that run it and the other designers that are in it.
I would absolutely do it again.
The advice I have for people who would like to be models is just go for it. You only live once, and you gotta go hard or go home.
You should definitely try, if anything, just to get over any fear you have over even just performing in front of people, just any kind of self-consciousness that you might have. It's such a supportive, great show.
My advice would be not to be scared. I feel like we all have this perception that you have to be traditionally beautiful, and whatever that means, in the societal aspect, but realistically it's just about being representation for all those youthful people out there who are queer, who are realizing their queerness and can look to us and be like, wow, now that I've seen that person, I feel empowered and I can do that. Or not even I can do that, but I can be myself in the world.
Thanks for following along my first modeling experience. For more firsts like this, subscribe to 17.